Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cute little seahorse. All you'll need is a piece of paper, an eraser, and I recommend a black outline pen so that you can get all these black outlines, and also some colors. I used colored pencils to color this in. All right, so get your paper and let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off a little bit above, well actually in the center, above the bottom line, because we're actually going to start with the head and we need some space underneath for the body. So the head is going to be a circle, and we're going to use a sketch line. We're going to make a circle about the size of a quarter, and then underneath that circle we're going to make a nice round oval. Well, actually, you know what it is? Let's do it in half. So underneath that circle, I want you to make a curve, a bigger curve than the circle. So it looks like you're about to start a circle, but you don't complete it. We're just doing half of it. Or it can look like a sideways rainbow as well. So I've got the circle for the head, and then that rainbow line underneath that comes out a little bit further. All right, now to complete this, I'm going to go back to the head and I'm going to curve a line down. So it's starting to look like the letter D, or if you look at the whole thing, it looks like a giant B. And that's going to be for the outside shape. So I'm going to close this D. I'm going to bring it all the way over till it hits that line that we made. And then I'm going to add a curl over here to the side. So starting right at the bottom corner, I'm going to go around and in. So I'm just making a little curve. All right. And we're going to thicken this curve by copying it around, just like so. Okay, so I basically just copied that line and went around. All right, now we're going to start to connect these two shapes so we can erase this middle line. So up here at this circle, I want you to make a nice curve to connect the top circle to the bottom. And once we've got that curve, I can erase any lines that I see inside of my shape. So I've got this nice shape that looks like a bee. It really does. All right, so we're still using sketch lines. That first circle we made, that quarter-size circle, I want you to find the right side away from, it's the opposite side of the tail. Tail is on the left. We're going to make this on the right. So right side of the circle, I want you to make a small rectangle right there. That's going to serve as the nose of the seahorse. We're going to blend it into our shape with some curves. So right here, I'm going to curve it to my circle. Same thing on the bottom. I'm going to take this and I'm going to curve it to the bottom. So I use that rectangle shape to help me make a nose shape. And now that I've got that, I can erase those inside lines because I don't need them anymore. They were just being used to help me get a shape. So now you can see I've got a circle for the head. I've got this little snout for the nose, okay? And then I've got a curve right here. Well, underneath that curve, I'm going to actually follow it across. So I'm starting at the bottom of the nose. I'm going to trace that line, and then I'm going to curve it over. So I'm just making a curve into my shape. And that's just going to give a little bit more definition to his head compared to his body. Okay. Now, once I've got the head, I'm going to start to draw the belly. And the belly starts right at the bottom of that curve, and it comes in a half rainbow shape right down the side. So I've got a half rainbow shape. This is going to show the belly, and the belly has curves on it. So I'm going to make one curve here, leave some space, make another curve here, leave some more space, and I'm just going to continue until I run out of space, and that's going to be his belly. Now the tail, I have a line that's kind of cutting it off. I want to erase that because I want the tail to look like it's connected to my whole body shape. So I'm actually going to make a darker line there so that it looks like it's all connected. All right, and then we can add an eye. You could use anything for an eye. You could use a big oval or a circle. I'm going to start with circle. I'm going to start with a nice round circle. And then inside of that circle, I'm going to make one smaller circle and an even smaller circle underneath that. I'm going to shade in the areas around those two circles. So I'm going to shade in the area that's around. All right, so I've got an eye. And actually, I'm going to add a little smiley face to the back. And then I'm going to copy the smiley face into a bigger, thicker smiley face and join it to the eye. So it's got sort of this wing eye. Looks like it goes into more of a teardrop shape. All right, so there we go. We've got the body, we've got the eye and the head. So now we're going to start adding some details. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some fins. So right here in the middle, I want you to make a diagonal line out. So you can see my diagonal lines going right across that line that we made for the D shape. And then I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 little humps. 1, 2, 3 humps. Then I'm going to take that last hump and I'm going to bring it back towards the body. It's not going to touch. It's not going to be a complete triangle shape, but it is going to come back to the body. Now you'll notice there's a line that's showing through. I want to erase that. I don't want to see that. I want that to be in the background. All right, so once I erase that line, now it's looking like my fin is connected to my body. Now inside, we're going to add a couple little details. One line going down from the bottom. See how these little scallop edges, that's what we call these scalloped edges. Where the point is, make a line down to the body. You may have to turn your paper. Find the point, bring it down to the body, and you'll get nice little detail. We're going to add the same fin up at the top. So again, we're going to start off with a diagonal line. We're going to make 1, 2, 3 humps, and then we're going to go back towards the body. So we've got 2 fins, and just like we erased the line down here, I want to erase that line that's peeking through. So let's get rid of that line, and let's add those 2 detail lines. So find the point and draw a line in. Find a point, draw a line in. All right, so now we've got 2 fins. I'm going to make some more scallops. That's this round sort of shape all across the head and down the back. So let's start down here by the tail. We're going to make 1 half circle. And we're going to make another half circle next to it. And then you may have room to put another one. We're going to continue making these half circles, but we're going to go around our fins because we don't want to have our half circles in front of our fins. They're going to be in the background. So once I get to the head, all of these you can kind of see are about the same size. Once I get to the head, I'm going to start to make them slightly bigger. So here, I'm going to start with a little bit bigger. Then over here, I'm going to make one a little bit bigger. I'm going to continue, not making them huge, but maybe making them taller. And I'm going to go all the way. And notice that I'm putting my U shapes, they're really upside down U shapes that are connected. I'm putting them differently. I'm not just putting them like super pointy or standing straight up. I'm kind of putting them to the sides to kind of round them like the head. And then the last one, I'm going to make a little bit smaller. Okay, so there it is. We have a super cute little seahorse. And just for added fun, I'm going to add one small circle, one medium circle, and one big circle with a little half curve to show some bubbles. All right, I'll show you my original, and you can see how I colored it. So there is my reference. That's what I drew first. But look at the difference. Every time you draw, things come out differently. So if you're not happy with your first drawing, try it again. Because honestly, I thought I liked this one, but this one's like way cuter to me. Anyway, go ahead and use a black pen to outline. That'll give you that nice, clean outline shape. And then fill it in with some color. All right, guys, I hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye.